Welcome, my friends, and today is another story where we're on the back porch, drinking ice cold tea, and telling you about my weird life. This story is a little more lengthy than the last one. It's about my first musical and how it almost went wrong. But luckily, I'll just save it for the ending. So, this was actually pretty recent. I didn't get into acting until last year. So, my friend wanted me to do this musical called the Rocky Horror Show. Or, as some people will probably know it, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But it was a play before it was a movie, so it's a Rocky Horror Show. Now, the plot of this movie, or play, mostly play, is strange and unexplainable unless you saw it. It's about this transvestite alien doctor who makes a sex monster. They needed someone to play the dude that was going to be the monster. It was me. Now, I'm not much of a built person, but, they painted the abs on me and stuff, but I'll get to that when we get to the creation part, so. It was around early last year. My friend wanted me to audition for it. Now, I wasn't into acting fully when I was around this. I just started, and I thought it was going to be a one-time thing and done. Well, now I'm a permanent actor. I love acting. And, well, I go for these auditions. I do one of the songs from the play because I don't know any musical. I do good. I screw up a lyric or two, and I was a little off-key. But I did good. And, well, I got the part. Now, that's not the part I signed up for, though. I signed up for the servant because he was the only one in that play that doesn't get undressed. But I got one of the good main characters, so it was cool, So rehearsals came around. We got to meet the whole cast. Whole cast was like a family. Everybody got along. Sometimes. There was a few disagreements. The first few weeks, it was pretty hectic. Everybody was kind of like on their own thing, and everything wasn't working together the way it should be. Rehearsals were getting slim, people were missing left and right, and it was just a bunch of scatterbrain stuff. And it wasn't anyone in the cast particular's fault. It was just we had so much to do in so little time. I believe. It felt like a little time. I'm not sure. I wasn't the director. My friend Hayden was. Which he did a great job on, by the way, for directing your first show. But it came to the point where him and the art director had to really tell off the whole cast. And they had to get things straight. Well, I would go to these rehearsals. I'd do my thing. And I really didn't know how this experience was going to be. Because I honestly thought it was going to go downhill from the rate that things were going. So, I was like, does it really matter if I get my things wrong? Well, of course, if you're an actor, it does matter, even if the show is going awful. That's one thing I learned. So, opening night comes, and I'm going to tell you about the first panic attack I ever had with this, and how it was thinking it was going to change the whole outcome of the play. See, opening night was on a weekend, on a Friday, like usual. And I'm out downtown Cumberland. I'm just getting ready, getting things ready. My costume, my body makeup, had to be all tan. They paint the abs on me and stuff. It's all fun and games. Everything's going peachy. I'm not nervous, not one blink of anxious in me. And I'm just doing so good with myself. I'm carrying myself well. And we're backstage, we're all getting ready. Everybody's getting into their costumes, And it's like upstairs. Like the theater we're working at is like downstairs. And then there was upstairs. It used to be a movie theater, but it turned into a play theater. So, I get ready and all that stuff. They wrap me up in mummy wrap, and I'm like half naked and stuff, And my goal was to lay on a Coke box for 30 to 40 minutes. Mostly 30 minutes, I can't remember. But it was half of the play. Well, not even half. It was maybe like 30% of the play. I was like, no big deal, And they're like, oh, by the way, we're going to put this black tarp over you. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm going to suffocate. And they're like, you'll be fine. See you on the other side, buddy. And Sawyer threw the black shower curtain over me. Now, here was the problem. I was claustrophobic. Very claustrophobic. And they had me up in the corner of the stage on this Coke box with a black tarp over my head, and then the lights go off. That means show is about to start. Keep your mouth shut and do not move. Well, God, you wouldn't believe if I told you so, but I didn't. I couldn't breathe throughout the black tarp because it was so hot. There was a light shining right down on it, and I was just sitting there, and I start freaking out. Because I'm in this small space and I can't make one move. So I start freaking out. So I'm on this box, and there's a person in the box I'm laying on. His name was Kirk. He played Eddie. And I'm just like, and he goes, yeah, what's up, dude? And I'm like, I'm having a panic attack right now. Text Hayden. And he goes, I think it's a little too late for that, man. Don't worry, you worked hard for this. You'll do good. And I was like, that's not the point. The point is I can't breathe. Well, a few struggling moments later, I popped my head out by accident of the sheet. Now, luckily, only my wig came out, not my whole face. So I had to sit there completely still, breathing through this tarp. And when they finally came out, I gasped for air. And that was opening night, and that was one of my first ever mistakes as an amateur.